What's up, guys? So in tonight's live, we are going to be talking about copper. I got a lot of questions in my other videos about like my copper stuff back here. So tonight's live is all about copper. What is copper? You know, what's the medicinal value of copper? And then I've actually linked a bunch of products in my TikTok shop that you guys can kind of look at while we're going through it. And I wear copper all the time. It's just part of me. I've always done it because I understand what copper is. So I want to kind of share that part of me with you and answer some of the questions that I've been receiving about why copper and why I recommend you drink copper and have copper in your life, okay? So first and foremost, who am I? What the heck am I even talking about? Why would you listen to me? So I'm an herbalist. I own Graham Fam Farm. We teach a lot of natural, holistic classes on herbal medicine and natural living, and we always try to spread the word on how people can use products that they grow themselves or forage for to better the life of themselves and those around them. So that's kind of who we are and what we do. And I'm not just an herbalist. It's not all about herbs. There's a lot of Ayurvedic and medicine involved and a lot of just like natural ways that we've been doing it common sense wise for a long time that have gotten lost right now. Maybe not lost or hidden or whatever it is, but we aren't really mainstream right now. So the goal is to kind of talk about all of those and show you some of the products that I have and that I wear and what you can wear too and why it would benefit you medicinally, because copper is super medicinal, you guys, and they're taking away our copper pipes from our drinking water systems and making it so you don't have copper pipes in your drinking water. Well, you know, if you did have copper pipes in your drinking water, it would benefit you immensely, you guys. Copper is antimicrobial. It provides a lot of benefits to your immune system in general. It's a great thing to take daily for your immune system and immune functioning. So if you're looking for that natural thing, you can always take, I should have these like out so you can see them. These are copper pitchers, okay? It's just pure copper pitcher in a pitcher, all right? And you just put it in the pitcher and then you drink it daily. They have pitchers. They have these like little mugs you can carry with you and take with you. They're really cool. They have little cups, just like, you have to look inside. The most important thing is that you look inside to see that it is pure copper, because some of the ones, especially the ones they make for like Moscow mules, end up being like brass inside. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like pure copper inside, you guys. All right. If they do have pure copper inside, I don't even know what this means. Fazola's brand, 22,000 followers, invitation to go live together. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to have to decline right now. Sorry, guys, have to tell me what that means. And I've seen that before, but I don't know you. So, okay, let me go back down. Don't want to be rude. Okay, guys, let me just talk about what we've got going on. So anything that's got a pure copper inside, if you add water to that and drink that on the daily, that's like an immune system boost 101. You're going to get a bunch of benefit out of that, okay? They have little like mugs you can do it out of too, all that pure copper inside. So remember, like if it's the Moscow Mule and inside it's silver, then that's not what we're talking about, okay? So all of these are the ways when I say like drinking colloidal copper, or like drinking copper, this is what I'm talking about, and this is how you would do that, okay? All right, let me go back down to cancel that guy. Okay, so if you want to drink, why would you want to drink copper? Like why water, why copper, what's the point, why would you do it? Well, all these benefits you get. By the way, if you're a sub, don't forget, I'm doing like a 10-minute video recap afterwards with you guys on kind of just like everything I talk about, because these can get kind of long. So if you're a sub, you get that. Okay, so it really has a lot of antimicrobial properties. Okay, so it's really, really good at preventing microbes to grow and different things like that. So that reduces skin infections. So you really want to have a healthy water system. You would really want copper in your water system because it would make the water healthier. It would reduce the harmful microbes. And so when we raise cattle, so we raise like all natural cattle, and what we try to do is put copper in their watering systems to prevent like growth buildup that you don't want, like moss and different things like that. And you can do the same thing in your body and the same thing in your own home environment, okay? So copper is really, really good for that and really, really good at cleaning out that entire system, blood included, all right? So drinking copper water, blood included. Okay, so let me see what someone's got going on. Caleb Smith, amen. Oh, amen, geez, okay. Christ King, I'm seeing all these amens. Well, good, I'm glad you guys love copper. So we raise cattle too, awesome. Goats as well, chickens, awesome, good, yeah. Us as well, we're duck people, so we've got a lot of ducks going on. And copper is really great to use, and when you're raising all sorts of animals, or when you're just working with animals in general, it keeps everything clean, especially when you're dealing with a lot of bacteria that are unfamiliar to us. Copper's really good at cleaning everything out. Now, it goes far beyond just the immune system function. It also has really potent anti-inflammatory effects, you guys, okay? So copper is really good for anyone dealing with arthritis, anyone dealing with joint pain. Copper is really, really great for that. And that's why they recommend a lot of these copper mugs that you use and drink the water out of. It's a lot of arthritis benefits that you can get as well. And it can keep you off of having to deal with pharmaceuticals. Now, how could it be that powerful? Why would it work like that? Well, what is copper? So copper is a trace mineral, all right, you guys, which means our bodies require it. Our bodies require a certain degree of this trace mineral, every trace mineral. When you are lack these trace minerals, or when you're deficient in these trace minerals, bad things start to happen and you start to experience a lot of bad health issues that you go to the doctor for a lot that can easily be fixed if you would just add copper into your daily lifestyle, okay? So instead of getting on a pharmaceutical and then experiencing the side effects of that pharmaceutical, you can easily switch over to more of a copper approach and just incorporating more elements of copper into your life. And it works that way with a lot of different trace minerals, okay? Not just copper, but today I'm focusing on copper. You really need them. And a lot of people say and get worried, oh, Janae, you know, copper buildup and excess copper in your body, isn't that harmful? Isn't that toxic to me? Yes. If you have too much copper, it is harmful and it could be toxic. That's why you don't want to have too much of anything. Everything is in moderation, you guys. Every single thing you do has got to be in moderation. Drinking copper water is never, ever, ever, ever going to get you to that level of toxification that they're talking about with copper water toxicity, okay? It doesn't get you there. It can't get you there. The only way you're going to get there, because your body's so good at cleaning out copper, is by eating copper bars, okay? It's the same thing with silver. It's the same thing with gold. These are metals that our bodies are easily able to use and work with our body's internal receptors to clean out the system and work with it naturally to get rid of a lot of the gunk that we deal with on an everyday, just because it's part of our American lifestyle, okay? And if you look at a lot of like Ayurvedic traditions and other traditions that have talked about this and work with this on a daily basis, every day, these traditions teach that you need to be drinking copper water just as like a normal part of your day. I used to be looked at like a nut in my workplace when we'd, you know, have like your little mug there. I didn't drink coffee or anything, and I would have my copper like just like glass sitting there. What did I have at that point? I had one of these because this is the first thing I ever bought. I mean, this one's like not on my TikTok shop. This is my personal one. It's been a long time, but I mean, this is what I would have sitting there, and I would just pour my distilled water in there, just like have it sitting on my desk. So you know, for me, when I started using it, it was actually for the skin, the collagen production that copper has about it. So that's why I first even got interested in it and why I started to do that. And it's been 10 years ago that I even started to do that. So it's funny that I've seen like all the copper things they have now, like all the bracelets and stuff. I was cracking up. And even the pillow, I was laughing at this infused copper pillow because it seems like now copper's everywhere. And so I was just, it was funny. But it started off because the benefits that you get from copper are amazing, you guys. They're just amazing, and they're naturally available to us. It doesn't take some sort of electrolysis machine, you know, to pull out the benefits of copper. You can do it at home, you guys. You can do it at home. You can literally put it in this cup. You can pour water in this cup, and you're going to be able to drink this water and get tons of benefits from copper. So I want to kind of talk with you about some of the benefits you're going to receive. Sorry, I see some comments. Okay, let's see what's going on. I think TikTok just shadow banned you. 175 viewers to 12. God forbid you talk about healing natural. Oh my gosh, Crystal, thank you so much for pointing that out. It has been crazy. I'm telling you, it has been so crazy. I got to a certain point on YouTube and they wouldn't show my stuff anymore. I went to a certain amount of followers and stopped. I'm at like 24,000 followers on there and following every day, and they just stopped showing my videos. It's the weirdest thing ever. I don't know why. And now on TikTok, I registered to become like a business. I had a personal account first and like registered to become a business. and the stuff changed too. They like stopped showing stuff. It was very, very strange. So weird you say that. I don't know. And look, as it keeps falling. So sorry. I guess I shouldn't talk about that. All right. So how is coffee in a copper cup? Interesting you asked that, Creek. That's actually a really, really good question. So coffee in a copper cup. So I've done it before, and here's the weird thing about it. Coffee isn't going to get you alkaline, usually, unless you're extremely acidic. No, coffee's never going to get anybody alkaline, guys. But copper water is an alkaline water. It'll just automatically become alkaline as it touches the copper. So, oh my gosh, it's almost like they'd be fighting each other the entire time. When you think of just like substances and what they're meant to do, coffee is an extremely acidic substance. And put into something like copper, it's not going to hurt it. I think it's just going to tarnish your copper more. But if you're drinking coffee in general, so again, you guys, I recommend moderation. Okay, I recommend moderation. So I'm actually not somebody that drinks coffee on a day-to-day. I used to be, and I think that there's a lot of people that are, so maybe you don't like this opinion, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody right now, but I'm just going to tell you what I believe and what I think, what I've learned. But the thing is that too much coffee in our systems, you guys, allows a lot of bad things to grow, okay? Bad things like cancerous bad things, like tumorous bad things, all right? So it's not that coffee gives us those things or causes those things. It's just that it puts our body into a state of alkalinity that is great for those things to grow. Okay, and that's honestly what's going on there. And so if you need coffee at one point, because say one day you really just needed a lot of energy, you can also use maca root. Okay, I'm sorry, I know this is supposed to be herbal, but I was supposed to be talking about copper, and look at my TikTok shop. But anyways, you really can use other things that are better than coffee and work with your body a lot better than coffee will, okay, on a day-to-day basis is what I have to say about that. You can use mushrooms. There's a lot of great mushrooms you can use that provide you with just as much energy, and you can replace coffee. And I'm not selling that. I'm selling the copper, so hilarious. So yeah, you could. I would recommend looking into a coffee alternative, especially if you're one that worries about cancer or lumps or a lymphatic system that might not be moving and grooving like it should every day. By that, I mean like stagnation and stuff. Usually under the armpits is where I've seen that in a lot of clients. That's one of the first things I highly recommend is I'm like, are you a coffee drinker on a daily basis? I highly recommend maybe cutting that out or thinking about slowing it down a bit. So it's an interesting concept because it goes directly against what we see on a daily basis. I mean, my goodness, right? Look at Starbucks. Look at human habits in general. Well, as an herbalist, and when I first started to question things and kind of like figure it out, I used to say to myself, well, what is everyone else doing? I don't know if I should be doing that. This seems like something like everyone's doing. I don't know. That seems too easy. So I don't know. When I started to look into the coffee, I just got a little deterred by it and was like, oh, wow, no, yeah, I don't want to be that acidic, you know, especially with someone that was dealing with the lymphatic stuff going on and having those thoughts that can come along with that. Nope. And I've seen it too much in my clients, you guys. I've seen it too much in my clients. I have seen clients and women that are young women. I'm 35. I still feel like a young woman, still like a little older generation, but a younger woman dealing with like a sluggish lymphatic system. It seems weird. That seems too young, okay? And I think it's because these trace minerals are missing in a lot of people's lifestyles, and we're not naturally getting them in the foods we're eating. Because how we process foods these days, for most people, we have a wonderful garden out there, and we try to get as natural products as we can. We have grass-fed cattle, and I hope you do too. I highly recommend those things, or at least looking into those things, or purchasing from people who have those things, excuse me. But because of how our foods are processed these days, it's hard to get copper from our foods, okay? It's hard to pull out these natural trace minerals that we really, really need in our lives and work with our body, and our body has receptors for and can clear very easily, okay? It clears it very easily, and it really works better with it. That's another thing I say to my clients. I'm like, there's these fears that if you get too much, you could get toxic from it. Well, yeah, if you do, you're going to get huge signs. You're going to start vomiting. You're going to know you have too much. It's not like it builds up over time and then, oh my gosh, gosh, it doesn't work that way, okay? And you would never get that, never get that from drinking like colloidal copper or just like drinking copper water. It's just copper in a copper mug. They just want you to think that, guys. They want you to like be nervous about it and be scared about it. Now I'm thirsty, sorry, hang on. It makes it like colder. They want you to be nervous about it and scared about it so that you don't use it. And then you can't naturally help and assist your body with a lot of different things, okay? Now I was going to get ready to go into like the medicinal things that it does. Let me see if there was any questions. I don't have any copper cups, etc. Would copper wire and stainless cup work? Anything copper, you guys. Anything copper. If it's natural copper, anything copper is really, really good for the water itself. So sure, if you want to make shift a copper wire cup, do it. I love it. I love that. In fact, and then let me know, take a picture of it. I'll probably buy it from you. I'm down with all that. I love anything makeshift, handmade. You've made it yourself as long as it functions and works. That's what our generation is supposed to be doing right now, people. Let's go. All right, let's see. I don't have any oh, I read you. All right. Please keep spreading the word. You are a light that needs to shine. Fight the man. Laugh out loud. Let's go. Let's go, Crystal. Thank you. I appreciate it. You too. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. Cancel each other out. Oh, funny. Okay, so thank you for the invites. Let's see. I'm about 4 cups a day, but I drink alkaline water. Ooh, Creek, you're about 4 cups of coffee a day? Slow down. I was there. I'm telling you, I was there. I'm a lawyer by day, okay? I was there. Not because I go to court. I do contracts all day. I sit there in front of a computer. Oh my gosh, right? Ugh. Okay, I don't. I'm telling you right now, the long-term effects of that are what will come back to surprisingly haunt you, all right? For me, it was crashes hardcore, and then it was just like, I don't like being dependent on anything, all right? I may be touting that you drink copper water here today right now, which maybe I'll push that over here, but I'm not saying every day you have to have something, you guys. That's not how our bodies work, all right? Let me tell you about cattle really quickly, okay? So cattle, we give them like these minerals that they choose, okay? It's like in different choices. It's called free choice. They just get to choose their own. They can come up, lift this little flap it comes with, and they can choose their own minerals, all right? They don't eat the same mineral every time. They only eat the mineral they're lacking, and then once their body, like once think of it like this, like once their mineral storehouse is filled up, like then they don't need that mineral again for a while, okay? And so it allows like the body to balance out. Well, that's the same thing with us. That's just a good example of it, because we can look at, you know, the free choice slots that they're eating, and we can see what they're eating, and when they're lacking a certain mineral, you're like, oh wow, maybe that field's lacking in phosphorus or whatever it may be, you know, so it's quite interesting. And our body is exactly the same way. So it's not that, oh my gosh, now I'm telling you like a doctor would, right? I'm not a doctor. For the rest of your life, you have to drink and take this pharmaceutical. Nope, not like that. No. I would love it if you did. That's fantastic. I would love that. I drink copper water all the time, but no. Drink some. It'll do your body well for what you have. Just drinking a little bit of it does your body well, you guys. That's it. That's all it is. So drink as much as you can. I just highly recommend you get it into like your lifestyle. And drinking, it's one of the ways. I was going to tell you a bunch of medicinal benefits about the drinking, but I was going to move forward. So let's talk about that. Let me see if there are any messages really quickly. Sorry. I'm about 4 cups a day. Where can I get copper bottles? They're in my TikTok shop below, Deborah. Check them out. Deborah the Billionaire. There's tons of them in there. Check them out. They're really cool ones too, really cool design ones. I love it. Yes, I have it linked. Thank you, Crystal. I was looking but didn't see. Dang, there's tons of really cool ones. They just don't look like they're copper on the outside. They have cool designs on them, but on the inside, they're pure copper. They're on there. They only let me link 100 products, but dang, TikTok has like 200 on. So in my creator shop, I have tons more. There's so many. Some people declined me. I was like shocked by that, you guys. Some store owners were like, no, you can't promote my product in your video. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, dang. All right, sorry about that. I didn't even ask for a free sample. They were just like, no, you can't promote it. I'm like, oh, it was weird. Real weird. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's environmental. I agree with you. And who was that? Creek, I agree. Tammy, I don't have copper cups with copper wire. We already did that. I'm so sorry, guys. They spray us every day. That is going to affect us. Yeah, I can only talk about this so much, Creek. It's so weird because another thing, I got a violation. on one of my videos. It got pulled on TikTok. So I was talking about some of that and like certain sprays and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, cool stuff. It's really science, guys. It's really science. And I can kind of be a little cryptic about that. Like you have to be a military or ex-military flyer, pilot to be able to do that. So interesting stuff. How does it affect taste? Taste is great. Taste is so great in this water. It's actually shocking. Spring water to me tastes like absolute crap, but I didn't know that until I drank distilled water. And then distilled water tastes good to me. And then I drank copper water, and it tastes like home, like you're remembering something. It's like, dang, this is good. It tastes fresh. It's very fresh. Tastes cooler. I'm one that drinks room temperature water, and it's highly recommended that you do room temperature water with it, you guys, just because your body receives that better. It just receives it better. It works better with your entire system. Everyone wonders why their gut is so messed up. Not only is it like the crap we're eating, and drinking in general, but it's like everything's so cold. Let's have ice with everything. Your body doesn't need to be shocked like that all the time. Like it likes warm water. It likes warm stuff. So the better room temperature, the better. But this stuff, it's like fresh. It's fresh. And that's how I've always felt about it. It just tastes fresh. So if you ever had it before, like put a comment here on what it tastes like to you, but fresh is what it tastes like to me. It doesn't affect it in like a negative way though, living with karma, like not a negative way at all. It's not like, oh my gosh, I had to get used to it. No, it wasn't anything like that. Is warm water better than cold water? T, we were vibing right there, T. So yes, I must have read your mind when I was talking about that. Yes, I highly believe and recommend that warm water is better than cold water. And when you start reading about some of the yogis that kind of talk about some of this stuff in some of the books, Yogi Ramacharaka is great. Neville Goddard's great. There's tons of people. That's not for sale here. That's not in my TikTok shop, but they're all fantastic and kind of talk about some of that stuff and vibration wise. But you should allow your body to drink water in a way that's easy for it to drink water. You shouldn't flood it with water. When you're drinking water, so let's talk about actually drinking water and how you would drink this water. Okay, so maybe I'll sell the product a little more. Okay, let's see. So in the morning is when you would start to drink this water. I like to pour it in the morning, let it sit in my cup. As it's sitting in my cup, I'm sipping it throughout the day. It's not like a steeping process. I don't have to warm it up like I would a tea or anything like that. It's just sitting there, and as it sits more and more, it's going to get more and more of the copper, integrated into the water itself. It's sitting there, and you're drinking it, sipping it throughout the day. Now, before I have a meal, like when I'm getting ready to just eat a meal, let me tell you the old wives' tale that you shouldn't believe. Chug a glass of water to fill your stomach up so you don't eat very much. Don't do that. That's an old wives' tale. That's not right. Here's what you do. All right. You want to, now let's talk about the stomach and what even happens there. Okay. When you're eating something and it's going into your stomach and going into that whole system, there's an acidic function that happens and slimy, oozy substance that comes to help digest everything, stomach acid, right? And when you dilute that with a bunch of water right before you eat something, or not even water, a bunch of any liquid right before you're eating something, you're cooling the temperature of that acid, you're diluting it instantly, a very quick dilution, and you're increasing the time of your digestion process now. So now you just made yourself have a sluggish digestive system by shoving water down your throat, no matter what water it is, because you've just inundated your digestive system with water. Your digestive system, an acid-based system, right? That's supposed to break down what's in it using its amazing acid-based technology, is now being poured with water on top of it, okay? So I don't recommend chugging water during a meal. There's really no need to wash down your food. I highly recommend chewing properly and proper chewing. I think that we do not chew our food enough. You're supposed to chew your food 12 to 20 times. That's okay, 12 to 20 per bite. Per bite, you guys. We're not doing that. So there's a lot going on with the digestion, but yes, warm water can help and ease that digestive process and help that work better. So, but remember, don't just like chug water all the time. So whether it's copper water or whether it's not, you shouldn't just be chugging water all the time. Your body has specific times to be doing specific things, all right? And I should be talking about more. So I'm wearing some copper jewelry. Copper jewelry is great to have on your body. I was just looking at the necklace. So any way you can get more copper in your life, you need copper. Everyone needs copper. If they didn't, we wouldn't have receptors for it. And that's like the main thing. If we didn't need copper, we wouldn't have receptors for it. Okay? So remember that. When they say, no copper, just too little of things are bad for you too, you guys. If you don't have enough of it, you're going to... let's talk about what you'll experience. Perfect timing. Remember, if you're a subscriber, I do a 10-minute wrap-up at all the end of this, and I give you your own video just for you, just for subs. So you go through it in 10 minutes. I know I kind of stop and talk about a lot and answer all the questions, but that's why I love lives. I love lives so much. Okay, so copper in general, right? We talked about antimicrobial. We talked about immune system function. Really, really supports a really healthy immune system, and you need that to fight anything and everything, including a natural disaster effect like a Chernobyl. A healthy immune system will fight it. So remember that. It accelerates wound healing, you guys, okay? So if you've got some at-home prepper type medical kit that you're working on, try to get copper involved as much as you can, okay? Get some copper jars, get some copper mugs. There's all sorts of that copper you can get just for your med kit, but copper accelerates wound healing, and so you can get colloidal copper to put on your skin. You can even make it yourself, literally, by sitting water inside one of these, okay? And bottle that baby. Sit it in here. If you wanted to make colloidal copper to go ahead and do like a wound healing thing for a first aid kit, you would fill this up or fill up this or fill up any of the mugs, right? Here's a pitcher, fill it up. You fill these things up. This one was from Colorado when I went with my family. It's not on my TikTok shop, but you know, hilarious. It's all, I love copper. I've always loved copper. Fill it up, let it sit there. It's going to sit there for, let's see, I'd say at least 2 days. 2 days, okay? You can put it in the sunlight, you can put it in the shade, it doesn't matter. You can stir it every day, it really doesn't matter, okay? Put it in there, let it sit, and then go ahead and bottle it up, and you'd be good to go. You would put that on wounds, it accelerates wound healing. It's crazy stuff, you guys. It seems so simple. Here's the thing that everyone always just hates on me for. It seems so simple. Why don't they always tell us this? Everyone would tell us this. If this were true, why would we have medication? It's so simple, Janae. So simple. It's because they don't want you to know how easy it is, guys. Come on. Come on. Jeez, crazies. Never said it'd be easy. Always said it'd be worth it, okay? So remember that. Okay. Let's answer some questions. Well, it also helps with radiant skin. So let me get through at least the first page. Radiant skin health, guys. I take my notes. They're hilarious. But it really helps that collagen production like I was talking about earlier, and that's why I even started to do it. So it helps your body produce collagen. You don't topically apply anything that has collagen in it and hope for a collagen increase. You eat it. You internally ingest it. Like get food. You eat foods to increase collagen, like kale and plums and all sorts of things like that. Just you internally ingest it. And so copper, if you internally ingest it, increases your collagen production naturally. So you don't have to worry about, I don't know, aging things or things too prematurely or anything like that. But you guys, we're all supposed to age. Come on, what the heck, all right? We're supposed to age and we're supposed to grow up at some point. So, but, okay, I digress. Cardiovascular health, you guys. This is one of the main things about copper that I would love to spread the word on. So if you can help me spread the word about this, I would love to, because I get a lot of questions about your heart and different things like that. So listen to this. So heart health, basically, what copper does is it goes in there and like fortifies and protects against like heart disease and stuff like that. Okay, it literally goes in there and acts like fighters for your heart. And we really need it in our lives because there's a lot of heart stuff going around. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of weird heart things going on. And because of that, that makes me think that there's a lot of people that are lacking copper, are copper deficient. Copper deficient. When's the last time your doctor asked you, are you deficient in copper? Probably never. Probably never. It's crazy. It's something you can take every single day. And it's a water. You just drink it out of it. It's water, you guys. That's not even to mention when I go, you can wear it. Holy cow, you guys, you can wear it. There's anklets. I have some anklets on my shop over there. They're like $10 or $11. Anklets that you can wear every single day. Okay, and we can get into that really quick in just a minute and talk about the specific things that the anklets do. And like, not even just a specific anklet. It's not like I'm trying to sell one or the other. Like these bracelets that I have, they're not even on my TikTok shop. It says it leaves a little mark on me. But there's tons of bracelets that are really freaking cool. This is not copper. That's not copper. But this is copper, and it's got a cool stone on it. Quartz. It's sweet. But there's a lot of cool ones that are on there, and you should get one that calls to you, okay? There's some that have like magnets on the inside, and magnetism and copper work together in like this gel amazing way that really allows your body to function properly and reset, you guys. It does a lot with aura. We can talk about that later, kind of get on the metaphysical side, but it does a lot with that advanced theoretical science stuff, you guys. It's really cool. Okay, so let me go into the last really thing. So in general, like neurodegenerative diseases, like all those neurodegenerative diseases that we hear about all the time, you guys, it's a deficiency in copper. It's a copper deficiency. We gotta spread the word. Like copper and the lack of copper plays such a vital role in your body. We're made of copper, you guys. We're made of it. And if we're not getting enough of it, it's gonna affect so many things. This is only page 1. Of how many pages? I have 9 pages, you guys. 9 of stuff here about copper. Okay? Because it's just insane. It's insane. And like I said, I started it for the collagen production, but that's not the only reason I kept using it. Like the more you learn about copper, the more I learn about patients and clients and what they're lacking. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm an herbalist. This is not medical advice. I don't mean this to be medical advice. Please consult your doctor if you're taking pharmaceuticals. Okay, I think that covers me legally. But anyways, there's a lot of medical diseases out there that they say are incurable, or they're giving like these pharmaceuticals that are crazy interacting, like causing people to do insane things. I would try copper first. I highly recommend first trying copper. Try to incorporate it in your life. See if it helps that thyroid, right? See if it helps that thyroid. Try that one. Okay, I see some comments here. Let me get on what's going on. Okay, is under the showcase link on our TikTok page? Yes, thank you. That my TikTok or my shop's underneath the showcase link. I had this really cool thing here. There we go. Okay. Thank you. I'm lagging bad. Oh no, am I still lagging bad? Maybe on my comment reading? You come across really well on here. You may be selling, but you can care more about people with money. Oh yeah, thanks Tammy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to sell products. I'd love to not be a lawyer anymore. That'd be fantastic. But at the same time, like you guys, I'm just trying to spread the word. We really need to like figure this out as a people and grow this group of us who know what's going on, so that when no one else knows what's going on, we at least know what's going on. So that's really what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, TikTok hates talking chemtrails. Yeah, don't they? Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't know. A viewer posted something and then I said something back and I'm like, yeah, cool, look it up, science. But okay, let's see. I have that same hammered copper bottle and I love it. It makes even my tap water taste edible. I feel you guys. Okay, thank you so much. Who is that? Crystal? Thank you, Crystal. Yeah, this copper, this one, I've had forever. Now they sell it with like a bag attached. I don't even have the bag because I didn't have to buy it or ask for a free product. I just literally use this stuff every day. But yeah, they have a bag with it now. And so I was like, oh, sweet. Add that to my TikTok shop. People can buy it. It's freaking awesome, guys. It's well made. Okay, it's like extremely well made. These copper things will last you forever. It's not like buying like any other product that we buy these days, you guys, that just fail on us. Copper and these like silver, it's another thing. Gold. Why do you think they're so darn expensive? Because you don't have to buy them again. They're like things that they are deterring us from having, and that's why we need to own it and have them. Spend the money to get it. You don't even have to buy it from me. Go look on eBay. Go look on Amazon. I don't care. Just get copper. Seriously, you guys, get copper. Not because you need to like store it up for its, value, monetarily. It's because of its medicinal value in your life. It's medicinal value in your life, you guys. Okay, let me catch up on comments, and I'll go into more like the medicinal value in your life. Have you heard of Kristen Megan, the Air Force whistleblower, talking about chemtrails? I haven't, but I can't talk chemtrails on here. They'll kick me off, guys. That's what happens. That's what happens here. Yes, literal hero. May God protect her. All right, let's go. That's crazy. Wow, I appreciate this information. Good, T. I'm so glad. Love this. Being healthy is so important to me. Good. Thank you, Alyssa. It really is important, you guys. We got to take ownership of our health so we can be better, build better. We got a lot of stuff to do. I take Intramax, 400 plus vitamins and minerals, $85. I don't know what Intramax is. Elaborate, Sean. And what's up? What do you think about artificial sugar? What is your replacement? Okay, guys, so artificial sugar, anything that they've got like a stevia, I can't remember, is stevia the one that grows? Okay, so they confuse me with all their pink, yellow, white, whatever it is, their products. Okay, anything that's like a fake sugar or a sugar replacement, like those zero sugar drinks, zero sugar things, but they have these fake sugars in there. Don't do that. They go in your stomach and they cause a lot of crap up in here that turns into cancerous things later on for your body that you don't need. I'm not saying you have cancer because your body fights a lot of stuff that doesn't turn into cancer. What I'm saying is it allows for a lot of oxidized free radicals to go on. You know, you don't want free radicals floating around like that, and that's what some of those things do. So you don't want those sugars. You want a natural sugar if you're going to have a sugar. If you're going to have sugar, do like a honey. I really, really like honey. It's something that we use, a guava. Guava's great too. Maple sugar, something like that. But try to not go with the artificial side, guys. Like really try to just, the main thing I tell people is like your health is the most important thing because you only get this one body, right? For this trip around. Your health's the most important thing. And so you got to remember, like, invest in your health, invest in food, invest in like really good food. Okay, I am like a stickler for good food. Invest in good food because that's what your blood becomes. Your blood becomes what you eat. Your blood like is everything in your body. That's what's going through all these organs. Like you guys, we got to take care of ourselves. We really got to take care of ourselves. Really, we got to. All right, that went on. That was an artificial sugar answer. So hopefully that helped out. Let's see. Olive oil. Okay. Okay, T. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you drink the copper water too? Definitely 100% every day. I was the weirdo in the office. Don't know if you missed that. I have always drank copper water. It's been about 10 years now, and I loved and obsessed. I don't even know if the one that's on my website says go get it on the inside, and I actually don't even know if it's the same brand. So you have to check this out. So if you go to my TikTok shop, you have to tell me if this is it. Mine is OTIEM. OTIEM. ShopOTIEM.com. Handcrafted with care in India. Let's go. This is the one I've had for a long time. So I don't know which one I linked on my TikTok shop, but I was like, oh, that's one. It looks just like this. Perfect. People can buy that because the point is getting copper in your life. You need copper in your life. Everyone. Same thing with my picture. I'll show you my picture. It's not in my TikTok shop. Because it's really just something I've had for a really long time. Who makes this? I don't know who made this one. But I did put a similar picture in my TikTok shop. It's kind of a smaller picture. But remember how I said I got denied or whatever? It was for the picture. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a bummer. So it was one that looked just like this. And they do have it on the TikTok shop. But I couldn't have it on my TikTok creator shop. They denied me. I don't know. It's a good picture. I'll still promote it. It's still really good. You should still go get it. I really like it. Okay, but the point is to get copper in your life, right? So just get copper in your life, you guys. It doesn't really matter, what brand you're drinking out of. It just matters if it's a good product. That's the main thing I tell people is get it a good product. I don't want you to get something that's oh, I'm getting it just because Janae said, and this is cool brand. No, I just want to promote really good products. And so if you look at your copper mug, that's why I said watch out for Moscow Mule mugs. You know how my Colorado one I was telling you about, my little Colorado one? Moscow Mule mugs come in this all the time. But most of the time, when you look inside of them, they're going to be silver. They're not, and it's not even pure silver. Don't get me wrong. If it were pure silver, yeah, get that. But when you look inside, it'll be like a silverish thing, and so it's just a coating. So it's not pure copper, so make sure you look out for that. The ones I linked on my TikTok shop are pure copper. So they are, and they're copper inside. I made sure. I went through every single product on the TikTok shop, all right? Linked it to I don't remember what it's called, my promotion thing, linked it there, and then linked only 100 of them to this video because it's all it would let me link. But there's a lot more there, and there's a lot more on TikTok, and there's a lot more on Amazon and eBay and your local people. I don't know, just make sure inside it's also copper or you're not getting the benefits. It's not just copper coated on the outside. You want the whole thing. You want to touch it. And the discoloration, you guys, I've had this for a really long time. That's normal. That's copper. You understand what copper is? That's what copper is. That's what happens. It's not going to hurt you. That's copper. That's normal. Get used to the normal. They try to freak us out all the time. Stop being so scared. Okay. Yes, I drink copper too. That answered that question, hopefully. Sorry, guys. Where are you guys at? We are in Missouri. So we are in Fairplay, Missouri. That's near Stockton, Missouri. Kind of near Springfield, Missouri, if you're familiar. That's where we are. We don't actually have a storefront where you can come to our house yet. Yet. We sell everything online across the United States. I say yet. Let's talk later. Okay. Copper is dominant. Oh, Ryan, what do you mean by that? I'd love to chat about that more. What do you mean? Yep. Hello, Janae. Hey, how are you? Hi, Dottie. I love how excited you get to share this info. I'm the same way about science, too. That's awesome, Crystal. Yeah, I really just, like, what bothers me, I think, the most with this whole holistic, natural healing journey is the lack of widespread information about it. Honestly, it's just like, what? Why don't we tell anyone that? Or I'm always like, what? It's so easy. Why don't we just spread the word? And, you know, whether it's an intentional hiding of the information or just a sheer ignorance of the information and whatever it is, there is a lack of it. And so I've noticed that along the way, and it's a bummer. I'm like, I don't like that at all. So I'm always trying to share the herbal word and share the information and get it out there and really just show what I've learned and what's helped clients and, you know, what's helped me and, you know, getting you to understand your body more and what may help you, because everybody's bodies are so different. But what I do know and what I have learned is that there are incredible things that you can mend in your body by taking in trace minerals that we all need, and copper is one of those. And we really need to start focusing on the intake of copper, like the intake of copper in our lives on a normal daily basis, or the external wearing of it, guys, right? Like I've got copper rings on. There's tons of copper rings on my shop. Watch out for copper rings. Guess what they do? Turn your fingers green. So watch out, okay? But they're really cool. It's better. I think it's better to wear copper bracelets or copper necklaces. So I have like tons of copper like medallions and stuff. I like to wear them in here too, just so it's like right against your skin. In fact, let's talk about some of the health benefits of that. And then I have on my TikTok shop, there's tons of them, but this one's like a moon replica. It's pretty cool. And then I have another like copper ring or whatever. And then this is really neat. This is really neat, actually. This is like a touchless thing you can use for stuff, and you can like touch things with it, because copper's antibacterial too, you guys. So you can remember how I talked, it's antimicrobial, antibacterial, all those different things. It cleans out stuff. And so it's like, you know, make sure you're touching with a clean surface and things like that. So it's really interesting. You'd think we would know so much about copper, and copper would already be in our lives and be everywhere, and we would have that, but interesting, right? Okay, let's see what else. Is it okay for kids to drink out of copper also? Yes, definitely. Definitely, highly recommended. I actually make my kids do that. Really good for brain function and brain development. Really good for brain function and brain development. In fact, let me get into some of the other, you know, benefits of having and drinking copper, okay? So digestive system, I kind of talked about that already. It really does the digestive system really good harmony, you guys. And if you're dealing with digestive problems, copper's where it's at. Slow sips all day long. Slow sips all day long, okay? Thyroid function regularity. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing about all these thyroid issues and thyroids that aren't functioning. So yeah, iodine is one of those things that you should have, and that's with like an iodized salt I've talked about in other videos, but copper is another one, you guys. Copper is essential for thyroid function, essential for it. You need to assist your thyroid and give it the trace mineral that it needs, which is copper. And it's surprising that, again, we don't know this. It's not just like common knowledge. It should be something that's taught all the time. It's like, and it is in other traditions and in other countries. And in Ayurvedic medicine, it is taught, you guys, but it's not taught here. And I want to be one of the ones that helps teach that and spread that word. So we really need that for thyroid function. It's a critical role. Copper is just like, it really plays a critical role in the thyroid in general. Yeah, it maintains balance. It helps with mood. It helps you with depression. Really helps you just maintain that even keel. Just that overall happy demeanor really is what's going on there. And because it helps your body regulate itself. It's not forcing it in any way. It's not doing something that seems foreign to the body in any way. What's actually foreign to the body is not having copper. That's what's foreign to the body. Not having a trace mineral is foreign to the body. And what's not foreign to the body is giving the body a natural trace mineral. Like these mineral springs that everyone's trying to shut down. I'm like, that's what we need. That was called a healing spring back in the day, because when people would actually drink from it, they would receive the trace minerals that they have receptors for, and they would be able to feel better and be better. There's a lot of stuff, especially arthritis, you guys. Osteoarthritis and osteoporosis really get impacted with a lack of copper. Really, okay? It's weird. If you will start intaking copper on a natural occurrence, I'm not saying daily, but you guys, daily. I mean, one of these things you buy and you can use the same copper mug every day. You don't need to, like, you just rinse it with water unless you've got like lipstick or something. That's what I could think of, is like maybe it got really gross, but I never freak out. I got like a set one time. They sold out on TikTok, so I don't have anything like a set or whatever, but I got a set one time of like 4 of these things. I'm sure you could get it on Amazon or something. And they were just like little cups, and each one of my family members, we had one, and the kiddos drink theirs, and they know they just go fill it up. I have a picture too, they just go fill it up. And like copper on copper, of a copper pitcher into a copper cup, it's not required. You can just pour the copper straight into the cup. We just have a lot of copper. We always have, and it improves the kids' moods. It makes them feel better, you guys. Like, you just feel energized in a different way, in a non-caffeine way. It's weird and cool. And that's how you know. That's how you know your body has receptors for it, and that's how you know you need it. And when you feel it, like, okay, it's weird. You just know. And so if you've ever drank it before, you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, I'm excited for you to experience that, because it's really cool. And you don't need a ton of different containers. You just need one. If you're one person, you need one. Okay, so let's talk about Energizer. Look, I was going to say what was coming next, and then I wrote down an Energizer. So it's really, really energizing, like I was talking about, just in like a weird way, because it produces, so I wrote in here, it ignites a spark. It really does. It like ignites a spark of like vitality. You just feel like, ooh, I don't know, what am I going to do today? And then I usually end up making like herbal teas or something. So it's a really like, ooh, I don't know. It's a different brain. It like hits something different in my brain, or like ignites something different just throughout my body. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a trace mineral, man. I didn't make this up, right? I didn't create the system. The system was already created. We just have to feed it the right way now. So it's pretty neat stuff. I'll read a few more and then I'll get to the comments, because I know there's comments. Hair health. Hair health. Another great thing about copper. People ask me all the time, what do you do to your hair to get it to grow so long? Oh, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, and I drink a lot of copper water. Okay? Copper water is great for hair health. Oh, and I also use my hair oil. I make hair oil at gramfamfarm.com. You should check it out. I also sell my own products that I make, but I didn't make any of this copper tonight. I'm not like a copper pounder or whatever. But anyways. But yeah, so copper is essential for hair growth, you guys. Essential. Those dealing with like, I think there was like a lot of COVID-related hair loss I was hearing about a lot, or like COVID-related hair growth issues. Copper. Lack of copper. Get that back in there. Lack of copper. So drink that copper water. Lack of copper. Okay. Let's see what else I wrote down here. So bone strength. Remember I said osteoarthritis earlier, so osteoporosis. All that bone strength. It really, really helps strengthen the bones. It's actually really good for bone health required. It fortifies the bones. And it's really, really good, in help preventing osteoporosis. So if you're dealing with an osteoporosis situation or anything like that, or it runs in your family and it happens to do that, it's a lack of copper. It's a lack of copper. Get some copper, guys. Osteoporosis can be repaired and fixed. These are really smart machines we call bodies, okay? And so if we give it the right things, we can repair ourselves very, very effectively, very quickly. But right now we're inhibiting ourselves quite a bit with some pharmaceuticals, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to get a drink. Okay, so let me go to some questions really quick, and then I'll come back and read what are the other notes you've got, okay? Okay, so I just came into the room. What is best to drink out of a copper cup, or should I wear it? Oh, you know what? I haven't even gotten to it. Let's talk about it. Excuse me. So it depends on what you're actually looking to do with copper, okay? So if you're looking to take copper internally for a collagen production enhancement, or you're looking for heart health overall, when it comes to like something or an osteoporosis situation, if you feel like a bone health issue is where you're at, or thyroid, right? If you're thinking of those things that are more of an internal functioning, if you were to go on the external functioning, and more of the functionings that I was going to talk about, copper is going to be when it comes to the regularity of the system itself. So getting the beating of the heart going, the whole flow of the system, external wearing of that on certain pressure points on your body, which we can talk about in a minute, is actually really, really it can trigger your body in a different way. So it's really effective in another aspect of copper. So I was going to get there in just a minute. I can jump to it really quickly, but it actually brings even more health benefits to your whole body. Okay. I mean, eat anklets. You can wear it as bracelets. I point to my chest. Necklaces, bracelets, anklets, rings. You can wear it in earrings that dangle down and touch. It's really about getting that copper in contact with the skin, and that's the point of the external, wearing of it. Pain relief is one of the reasons that I would wear copper externally. Pain relief. It's really, really good for a joint or an area that happens to be just like maybe over superly inflamed. I was talking about that earlier, so I would use that externally and wear like a bracelet for that. Okay, if you've got dealing with like arthritic hands and things like that, along with copper water, I would also recommend you start wearing a bracelet or an anklet. And it really helps the circulation of the blood and the circulation of the body and kind of help balance everything out. Another great thing, we talked about the anti-inflammatory, but joint mobility and improved joint mobility. In general, the reduction of the inflammation in the system itself from wearing copper will really help those joints be more mobile on an overall basis on the body. So although it's good to target a certain area and wear a bracelet on a certain side, it really doesn't just stop there. Your body doesn't just isolate the copper into one area like that, so it'll help with that overall effect. Now, when you're talking internal versus wearing external, it's really a personal preference. Like I said at the beginning, I like to do both. I really like to have copper everywhere. I have copper behind me. I have copper other things in the other room. I wear copper a lot. I drink copper a lot. I have copper kitchenware things. So I believe that looking at it as well, like a beautiful aesthetic, and seeing it also is opens up a different aspect in our mind of copper as well. And just looking, I'm a visual person as well, so I think that your body receives, your body receives visual cues differently than it does other cues. So cues that come in through your senses are received differently and allow your body to expand in different ways. So if you get a sense that's coming in through your hearing, you're going to be able to expand in a different way than if something came in through your vision. They're all different and they're all necessary. And so I believe that just looking at it also puts you in more of a vibration that's in tune with health and abundance and happiness more. So I feel that they're all kind of work together in one big happy family. But yeah, you can use them differently. For like osteoporosis, I would take it internally. Arthritis and joint pain, things like that externally. And we'll go into kind of more of those benefits as we flow through. Yes, circulatory benefits, like the whole circulation system, really helpful. Trying to get that lymphatic system moving, wear it too. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, I was going to see if I had other questions. Let's see. What if you have removed the thyroid? So I got this question actually the other night. So if you remove the thyroid, that's okay. You still want your body to function as normally as it would, whether you have the thyroid intact or whether you wouldn't. So you would still want to have copper and your body to be full on its copper receptors. So having and adding copper to your life, if you don't have a thyroid, is only going to help regulate that process even more, because copper to your body and your internal system is going to be something that's very familiar to it. And so it's going to be like, yay! I may be missing my thyroid, but now I have something familiar, which is copper, and it's going to assist me with doing all these little functions that I can do. So it'll just only help you. Thanks, T. Put shungite in your copper water containers and ensure it's hydrogen water. Cool? Cool. I like it. Thank you, Orion. If copper is treated to not oxidize, does it still work out? No. So if it's treated to not oxidize, yes. Depending on what the treatment is. Now I'm a little concerned on what the treatment would be. But barring some third-party product that you're putting on there that's like inhibiting some sort of copper excretion into the water, which is what you're wanting. You're wanting your copper to excrete into the water. You're wanting it to interact with the water. So make sure it's not inhibiting that in any way. But as long as it's not barring that, you're okay. You're okay. So hopefully I understand your question, Orion. I got the copper on Friday. Good. Fantastic. Get it wherever you want. Just get copper. Everyone just remember, get it wherever you want. Just get copper into your life, you guys. Suggestions on things for people with multiple sclerosis to take herb-wise. So in general, multiple sclerosis herb-wise, you're going to be looking at white blood cell enhancing products. So like frankincense, myrrh, those are really great ones. Echinacea, that's another one. Burdock root is another one I highly recommend. Dandelion. Also, the culinary herbs are surprisingly really great for white blood cell and everyday immune system boost. So then you're looking at like thyme, marjoram, rosemary, oregano, tulsi, basil. So I would kind of lean on those for white blood cells, kind of where I would lean for that. Sadie. Amanda, what does it mean if copper jewelry turns my skin green? Yeah, that's so funny. I was just talking about it with my rings. I said, beware, if you buy copper rings, which there are some on my TikTok shop, but if you buy copper rings, they're going to turn your hand green. So I actually prefer to wear copper bracelets or copper, pendants, charms, necklaces, earrings. Those are my preferred anklets. Love anklets. I'm usually always in a copper anklet. I love anklets. My old boss wore a copper anklet a long time ago when I was first understanding that whole process, and he wore it for his circulation and all that osteoporosis in his family. So it was really just funny to see. I don't mean funny. I guess he seemed more hip. He seemed more hip. He was an older gentleman, and he seemed more hip, and it was really cool. It opened my eyes to a lot of just different uses of copper, because I was drinking out of the copper mug at that point and didn't know that. So it's quite interesting what it can do. But yeah, definitely. The green. Man, the rings are one thing you have to wear them sparingly. That's why like I said, I'm a bangle gal. I always have lots of bangles. Hello, you two. Hi, Devo. Good to see you. Devo's a sub. Go subs. Devo's awesome. So we have lots of subs getting there. I say lots of subs. We have lots of followers, not lots of subs. We're getting there. And Devo, man, you hooked me up. I'm so excited. Thanks, subs. Subs get a lot of behind the scenes videos, so subs get a lot of extra videos that they get to see. And then I always do like a secret wrap up video for them that just kind of goes in depth with all my notes real quick. It's like a 10-minute wrap up so they can see. I'm like, oh, it's great for pain relief. You can wear copper bracelets or anklets, and I kind of go through my whole notes with them. So that's what subs get. And then we get a more behind the scenes. Me and my kiddo talked to him earlier, and a lot of fun. So thank you. Thanks, Devo. Okay, I put a copper arch in all my houseplants, and they're doing absolutely amazing electromagnetic. Yes, who is this? Kathy Lyons. That's exactly right. Copper is wonderful in the garden. Absolutely wonderful, okay? Especially when it's hooked with magnets. I was talking about this kind of friendship they have earlier. So copper and magnets are like this great little duo pair. It allows the copper to circulate in the way in the magnetic field and magnetic pole. Plants already love magnets. Their neodymium magnets, in fact, are great for plants, the strongest ones that you can get. And so, yes, fantastic. I'm so glad you mentioned that. There's lots of really cool stuff you can do with copper, especially in the garden, too. So I love that. And that's kind of what it goes to. And I was talking earlier, I can't remember who that was that hit me up, but someone hit me up and they said, well, what if I make my own copper mug and put copper wire in a mug and do it? Do it. Same thing in the garden. Use your copper wire to make some really cool stuff in the garden. You know what? Maybe I'll do a cool video this year of using some copper wire to do some cool stuff in my garden. I love that. Thanks, Kathy. Amanda, real copper turns due to oxidation. Yes, then you can get the oxidant. Thank you so much. Who was that? Thank you, Tammy. Amazing. You're welcome. I need this. Great. Yeah, get it. Go check it out in my TikTok shop. It's fantastic. There's tons. You guys, you're going to find something you like in the TikTok shop. There's literally price ranges from A to Z. There's so many cool things. Maybe I'll do another one and put even the other cool things that I couldn't fit in this one. It was really cool, you guys. So many cool things. Check out the TikTok shop, please. So great. Or at least get copper somewhere. Go get copper. But TikTok, man, their prices are really good. I was noticing that when I was looking on Amazon versus TikTok for some of the same clothes I was wearing, or I wanted to see oh, this is a shirt I got from Amazon. Can I buy it on TikTok? It was a lot cheaper. It was a whole lot cheaper. I was shocked by this. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay, Michaela. I'm trying to raise my family in a more natural lifesaver. I think, okay, lifestyle probably. I'm here for all the tips. Good. Welcome, Michaela. Welcome. Yes, it's really interesting as you start to go down that natural holistic journey. There's a lot of opinions, right? A whole lot of opinions. What I highly recommend is just taking really small baby steps, making one small change at a time, and then looking at how people in cultures that have been successful, health-wise, have been doing it. And so that's why I went to more an Ayurvedic medicine side of it and started to see what are some of the natural day-to-day things? Some of these yogis who are living for 130 years old, right? Super old men and women. What are they doing differently in their lifestyle that I'm not doing? and there's a lot of different things. And copper water was one of those things that they do every single day, along with neem balls and turmeric balls, which is another interesting thing for your digestive system. But that's something they were doing every day. And, that's interesting. Why didn't we hear anything about it? That's weird. I want to spread the word that there's other things that other people are doing that are healthier than the average American that we could also be doing, that we could easily incorporate into our lifestyle, that wouldn't cost a lot of money or anything, and wouldn't really be a hard change on us or be so inconvenient for us or anything like that. Like, you can still drink coffee and definitely still have copper water. Just because I don't drink coffee does not mean, and you know what, it's not like I've never drank coffee, you guys. I'm just saying, you can incorporate these things, and any bit of it you get in your body is going to be good. Any bit of it. Just get it around you, somewhere around you. Go outside, get a bunch of pennies. I'm just saying, just get some copper around you. So pure copper can really provide you with some really good benefits. In fact, let's go into some of the other benefits that you can get just from pure copper and having it around you, in you, all of that. So let's focus on inside of you, drinking copper water, putting copper water or water inside a copper vessel and literally ingesting it, okay? It helps your circulatory system. I think we already talked about that. Improves circulation, really helps your circulatory system to just open up and move, get moving, which also helps, of course, the lymphatic system. Stress relief, you guys, serenity. I told you, mood enhancement. You just feel more at bliss with it. Your body's like, honestly, that's what it felt like when I first drank it. It was just like, thank you. I've been thirsty for copper for a while. So it was like in a part of me, so it was quite interesting. It also helps with absorption. It helps with the absorption of iron, which is quite interesting. So it helps with anemia and people who are anemic. So it really helps with that absorption of iron, you guys. It's a natural thing you can do that's not a pharmaceutical that would help you absorb iron. Think about it. These are the things that I bring to my clients all the time. I never want to push anyone to do anything. I never want to push one thing for everyone. It's always what feels good to you, what feels like it could work for you, and what's something that you feel like you could stick with. Not just something that you start doing and then you're never going to do again because it sucked so bad. Something that you can stick with. And so copper water is one of those things that just addresses so many different areas, and so many overall deficiency in it can lead to so many different diseases and things that it's an easy one. Like, off the top of my head, I'm always like, first I'm like distilled water, and then I say add copper in your life, and then we usually go to colloidal silver, and then we talk about eating gold, because these are all real things and trace minerals that you should have in your body and in your life on a regular basis. So focusing back on copper. Sorry, I got a little tangent there. So we kind of talked about, did we talk about cholesterol? I think we did. I think I hit on heart health a bit like that, but it's a cholesterol level moderator. So really going to help with heart health, moderating overall cholesterol, getting your body back to normal setting. That's kind of the vibe with copper, is just like overall body reset. And it seems like when your body takes it in, certain things happen and slowly spiral into noticing it in other areas, and then you're just like noticing this domino effect of health effects and really good impacts on your body and vibe and mood and all these cool things. So copper's really good stuff to have. Okay, I'll finish this page, then I'll get to comments because I know I was seeing some pop up. So brain health. It's great for stimulating the cognitive, functions of your brain and stimulating your brain. It's fantastic for your reception in your brain, you guys. The people that talk about Alzheimer's and different degenerative brain issues. I know I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm an herbalist. I know it's probably hard to hear that, like, you don't have to be on all these medications that they put you on. But I highly recommend slowly trying to get off those meds and trying some natural trace minerals into your life. Try to bring some copper into your life and try to see what that's like. You can start bringing copper into your life now, okay? You don't have to be off the meds. But what I'm saying is that I want you to be able to notice the benefits of the copper, and that's hard to see. it's hard to see when you're on the pharmaceuticals, okay? So I would love to encourage you to do that, whatever that means for you. For those of you that are on multiple medications, which are a lot of my clients, I do not recommend you just cold turkeying it. That's never a good thing. You should definitely work with your doctor to try to get off those and work a system out that works for that you're both agreeable on, okay? I'm not just jumping into your medical history. There's a lot of different people on here, and I have no idea what you're dealing with, but I do highly recommend incorporating copper into a normal lifestyle, everyday lifestyle, okay? All right. So joint health nourisher, it really works on those joints, which we talked about, and then a hormone balancer, you guys, and that goes, again, the hormone balancing goes to your thyroid. So it really balances your thyroid, balances your hormones, and helps you to just get an overall nice reset, and that's always what I like, a nice reset. Okay, let's see some of the comments. I have a copper rod and a glass water dispenser. Would that suffice? Yes, I love that. So that's basically the makings of colloidal copper. We use an electrolysis machine, but they're just copper rods that we turn on a current, and then it kicks off the copper to it that way. So we definitely do that. You could definitely do that. You may have to sit it a little bit longer to get the same potency that you would out of like a copper container where the whole container is copper, just because the rod itself, I'm assuming it's pretty skinny rod, like a colloidal silver rod is so skinny compared to, I don't know what size your jar is. So just remember to make sure that you'd want to let it sit a little longer probably if you have just a glass jar with a copper rod inside of it. But yes, it would definitely work, and definitely keep going with that. Stupid question. What kind of water do you use? I use distilled water. That is not a stupid question at all. That is a fantastic question. Distilled water, I believe, is the best water to use. It's an open ion. That means when distilled water is created, it's created using, I was winking at my daughter. She's so cute. She's laying down to go to sleep. They don't have school on Mondays. Okay, so it's created using a process of evaporation. The water gets evaporated up. All of the gross things that you don't want in your water stay down here because they evaporate at different levels. And then it's caught and collected into a container and sat over here. Well, the idea is that then all those ions would be open. And so then anything it touches, it's going to grab and become a part of and then pull out of wherever, take it with it, basically. So as you drink that water or pour it into a copper vessel, right? You pour it in there, it's going to immediately grab the copper and hold like extra copper, then be like bathed in copper like normal water would be, which is bathed in the water. And then you ingest it and you're getting the ion that closed with the copper, and it bathed in the copper itself. So it's almost like a 2-for-1. And that's why I recommend distilled water, but no specific brand or anything like that. But just get distilled water. Hopefully that answers your question. Is it possible to drink out of a copper mug too much? No. Rubber girl, no. Unless you're going to be eating copper, your body's going to be able to clean it out much more efficient than that, and it will never be a buildup in that way. Now, again, I don't recommend chugging copper water just for the mere fact that you're going to mess with your digestive system, but an overdose of copper is not going to be you'd be an overdose on water before you had to worry about an overdose of drinking the copper that way. Good question, though. Wait, the items I'm picking show from different places. I know, you guys, I could not get, these are just like my own copper stuff that I've had for like a long time. I didn't buy it just to like do this video. I've just had a lot of copper for a long time. And so I found anything that looked similar to it on TikTok. And so they're not going to be like the same brand I have or anything like that. Some of them might be. I mean, I think I read earlier what that is. Shopoyum. Shopoyiem. That's what that one is. But I just have had it for so long. Yeah, and this one, oh, shoot. Good thing there's a lid, right? That's awesome. It has a twist lid. So I know the one in my shop has the twist lid too. Look, hooray. Hooray for the twist lid. Okay, let's see what else. Thanks, you're welcome. Okay, show that. Thank you guys. Thanks for sharing the live. Can you show the pressure points? Yes, there's going to be pressure points here. You've got a pressure point, 1, 2, 3 here. And then in general, for everyone just in general, if you're worried about like heart and lung health, you definitely want to be like hitting your arms. And I did this on another live. I know, I'm sorry if you're seeing the same thing again. You want to be like hitting your arms on a daily like this. Kind of like punching them, do it again. And this really helps strengthen your heart and lungs. Okay, there's tons of pressure points in here. And that shock of like hitting them every day is great for them. Cool? Cool. There's a bunch in your hands too. Kidney health. Yes, great for kidney health, fantastic for kidney health. Anything that's going to help clean out your blood, which is what the copper does, is going to also be fantastic for your kidneys. So they work really well together, and they're going to play hand in hand in a healthy, better working body. Heart Stevo. Changed everything. Good. Good, 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 good. What do you suggest for kids that won't stop vomiting? Interesting. So kids that won't stop vomiting. Hopefully you're not giving them Tylenol or Motrin or aspirin or anything like that. I'm going to go with hope you're not doing that. I would love to talk with you more about that, but in general you want to make sure they're getting enough liquid in them to make sure they're not having problems there. So make sure you're just getting regular water for them, but you definitely don't want to be like forcing food down their throat. They don't need food at this point, but they do need liquid to make sure they have the water. But hit me up if you talk about that later. But if they're continually vomiting, like for how long? So hit me up for how long. I'd love to hear more about that. What is needed for copper water? Just got here. Hi Sarah, welcome. So for copper water, you just literally need a copper vessel. There's tons on my TikTok shop. You can have one you can take with you, one sipper, a pitcher. I think I have another cool one. My one I got in Colorado, a little mug. Okay, so there's tons on my TikTok shop. I think my TikTok shop even has way cooler ones than this that are like a lot of cool designs on the outside, but they're all copper inside. So if someone asked about that earlier, they're definitely copper inside. So check it out. All you need is a copper vessel. Maybe I should put my copper vessels up here, right? Show you guys what you need. Yeah, so just a copper vessel easily makes copper water. You can also have copper jewelry. You can have copper pillows. I have lots of copper stuff. I was showing a copper pillow earlier, so it's like copper infused pillow. Really, really cool stuff. There's lots of different kinds, different brands and everything like that. So yeah, helps with heart stuff, regular heart rate, different things lots of different benefits, but you can take it different ways. It can be on your body, in your body, around you, in your environment. You just need copper. Make sure you get copper in your life, okay? Trace mineral that you really want to have with you. Okay, let's see. Do you take bed pollen too? I don't know what that is. Please let me know. I'd love to talk about that, Amanda. Thank you. Awesome. Shared the live. Thank you. I am caught up. This is amazing. Okay, I'm caught up. Okay, so let's talk more about some of the benefits, and I'm only going to be on until 12 here, guys, and I'm going to sleep here. Okay, so we've talked about hormone balance. That was the last thing. Now, one of my clients' favorites, weight management. And again, this goes on like with the thyroid, okay? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Rachel. Yay! I think that was like my goal thing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, remember to subscribe, you guys. Please subscribe here. I'll give you all these notes after. We'll do a little recap video, and there's tons of behind-the-scenes photos and videos just for you guys. Okay, so weight management. Copper is fantastic when it comes to weight management. It really gets that system working and moving and getting that fat off. You can couple it with burdock root. That's another great one to use. But copper itself has so many functions and vital important roles in weight loss and will help you just like push it out. So I've noticed that when I start drinking copper water, now copper water is a part of my normal life. So I think that just in general, I've become acclimated to it, and I do feel like I'm a healthy weight person. So I think that it's just like a healthy part of your life that you can incorporate in here. And it just benefits you in so many ways, you guys. If you're just deficient in the copper, it's crazy the impacts that it has on your life. It has a lot of impacts on your life. So remember that thyroid. Remember we talked about that. So watch out. If you're dealing with thyroid stuff, you might be deficient in copper. Okay, so fertility and reproductive health, you guys. So reproductive health and fertility is like definitely linked with copper. So people that have been dealing with fertility issues, which there are a ton of fertility stuff right now. A lot of people that have had a hard time having a baby, can't get pregnant. There's a lot of fertility stuff going on, okay? Especially even when it comes to menstrual cycle and menstrual things and PMS and lots of different stuff like that. Copper is essential to that whole system. We're made of copper. It's part of us. So copper is essential for that. It really plays a vital role in all of that. And so if you're experiencing anything like that, drinking copper water is definitely what I would recommend. Of course, wearing copper jewelry is really, really great, and it's going to provide you with benefits as well. It's on your skin, absorbed into your body, works that same way. But internally taking copper water through some sort of vessel that you've either made yourself, bought from me, or bought somewhere else is going to be vital to allowing that system to just be in harmony and reset itself. Okay, you guys, it's insane. Okay, so it also is a really good ally for detoxification. If you're looking for a full body detox or just feel like I need a liver detox or I'm looking to just naturally detox my body, copper, 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 you guys. Copper is where it's at. It's a natural detox. It can help if you're dealing with like UTI. They have these like copper socks. I actually have them on my TikTok shop. They have these copper socks you can put on if you have like athlete's foot. Gone. Okay, they have copper is really, really strong, so it's amazing how what you can incorporate copper into and see impacts on a real live day-to-day basis. So it's pretty crazy. Okay, I got a question. Sorry. Number 1 gifter badge. Awesome, Rachel. Bee pollen. Sorry. Oh, Amanda, bee pollen. Yeah. So bee pollen in general is like a really good one for allergies, like to get rid of allergies. So if you'll take like a local bee pollen, if you take it, you know, I like to say like 1 granule a day for like a week, then 2 granules a day for a week, or 3 granules, and then you gradually work up to a little like tablespoon of it, and that's where you should stop at that point. And then the next year, usually you won't have any allergies anymore. So that's kind of like an allergy worker offerer is that's an official name of it. So that's what I recommend, and that's what I use bee pollen for. But I'm interested to see how you use bee pollen, because there's, like I said, you guys, there are a lot of uses for a lot of different plants, and just knowing the local ones around you would benefit you immensely. Plus, having copper in your lifestyle would also benefit you immensely. Let's see. Thoughts on copper IUD? Don't know what that is. What's going on with that? Copper IUD, like birth control IUD? You have to tell me what's going on, Emily. See if you can hit me up after that. Okay. What gets rid of kidney stones? So kidney stones, there's quite a few different things. So first off, if you're drinking coffee, John. So if you're drinking coffee, John, your kidney stones are allowed to flourish in a very acidic environment. Okay. Your kidney needs a cleanse, and you need to alkaline your internal environment. Those are my recommendations. Actually, not you need. I'm recommending those things. And copper water is an alkaline water, so it's going to allow your body to become alkaline, which can make it so stones and things like that have a harder time to grow in an alkaline environment. That's just kind of the science behind it. That's what happens. So that's my first recommendation, is if you're a daily coffee drinker, try to wean yourself. All right, there's mushroom alternatives and things that you can use that are different from just having coffee all day or every single day. But that's my first recommendation. My second recommendation is definitely to drink copper water. Get yourself a copper vessel, drink the copper water. It's going to alkaline your body and allow your body to kind of reset itself. And then there's a lot of I don't know if you're a tea drinker, there's tincture as well. But there's a lot of teas or tinctures. You can mix them with like honey, and you can make all sorts of little fun stuff. But teas and tinctures and stuff that you can make, I recommend dandelion, burdock root, astragalus, because you need probably a liver cleanse. Burdock's a blood cleanser. Astragalus is more of a liver cleanser. Dandelion in general is a liver cleanser and kind of like an anti-cancer blood cleanser. What else would I recommend for kidney stones? There's a lot of, like, cat's claw would be a good one for you too. So there, we could talk about it, but there's a lot of herbs that you could also incorporate into like a daily herbal tea you could take for like 10 days and see what's going on with that too. So a lot of the culinary herbs are great for that too. Hopefully that helps you, Sean. Okay, let's see. What gets rid of kidney stones? Okay. My daughter has the copper IUD for birth control. I wonder if it's good or bad for her. Okay. You're going to get me on my soapbox for birth control. You know, I haven't heard of the copper IUD, so I can't start and act like I have heard of that before. I have not heard of the copper IUD, so I don't know. In general, something that's going into your body to inhibit it from doing its natural processes is not something that I recommend to my clients. So I don't recommend that, but I don't know that one in particular, so I don't want to mistalk on it and think I don't want to say that it's good just because it has copper in there. I don't know anything about it, so I don't want to mistalk. I don't know. Okay, I believe bee pollen is said to be rich in copper. Okay, excited to get a cup as well, though. Awesome, Amanda. Fantastic. Yes, so if bee pollen's already rich naturally in copper, which a lot of foods already have that found in them, and it's like I said, right, that they're not a natural food that we're eating every day. Most of us, which you are, which is fantastic. So if you're not eating naturally these foods that already naturally have copper in them, it's hard to get that copper intake. So bee pollen, thank you, Amanda, has copper naturally in there. You definitely want to intake that in your life on a regular basis because why? Like I've said, we have receptors for copper. Copper is a trace mineral that we need inside of our bodies. We should all have copper, and it's going to help regulate our system and really fill that need and void that our body's kind of reaching out for by showing all these negative effects like a thyroid that's going wrong, or heart disease that's going wrong, right? Or osteoporosis, or all these different things that we're dealing with because we are deficient in copper. So it can really help regulate that system and get us to all work better. Okay, so how about the thyme oil and eucalyptus? Does it have to be a certain one for it to help in the diffuser? Thyme oil and eucalyptus for like a diffuser, just make sure it's natural oils if you're going to be using it to diffuse. In general, the diffusing of oils around you for kidney stones is not going to be as effective as it's going to be to like take a tea or a tincture. It's going to be more effective for that. There's also some rubs you can put on yourself, like a poultice in that area to help with kidney stones as well. But diffusing isn't one of the first things that comes to mind to help with kidney stones. So hopefully that helps you. But I like those herbs in general. Start drinking lemon water every morning. I love it, Sarah. Definitely start drinking lemon water every morning. Is there an easier way to make tea that helps not crave sugar? Yeah, I have a weight loss tea that's actually a really fantastic tea. It's a tea that stops your cravings. You can use a lot of the culinaries for that. Ginger's definitely in there, dandelion's in there, peppermint's in there, burdock. Burdoc's really good for a fat booster and all that, but for stopping cravings, you're going to look to the culinary herbs. They do that great. Cinnamon's a great one, cayenne, so those ones really stop it great. Okay. Hi. Okay, so I think we are pretty close to wrapping this one up for the night, you guys. I really thank you for joining me. I'm going to quickly finish off with some more things that they do for us. So let's talk about drinking the copper water in general. We talked about the fact that it combats anemia. It's going to ease the menstrual symptoms, shields against stroke, you guys. Drinking copper water and having copper in your life is going to shield against a stroke. It's literally, you guys, it fortifies the blood vessels. I was telling you about this before when I talked about heart health and different things like that. It goes in there and fortifies the blood vessels. It's insane, you guys. It's insane. It boosts athletic performance for those athletes out there. Copper's really great for energy production and just like oxygen transport in the blood. It's really, really good for all of those things. Copper does that stuff naturally. Balancing your pigmentation. So for those people that really have that weird, odd skin, not weird and odd, but a different skin pigmentation on their face, I used to have the exact same thing. If you've got dealing with like patchy skin or anything like that, could be like a copper, you guys. I had a client come in who had hand patches on her hands. We did a copper and we did a turmeric rub with mustard seed as well, and she is now good to go and looking great. So it's really amazing what it does for the skin pigmentation and how it can affect that and impact that. Okay, so check them all out. By the way, like I said, all these vessels are on my TikTok shop, so just look around and see something that works for you, or bracelets or anything like that. We're going to get into the benefits of wearing bracelets and what that looks like as well. So we talked about enhancing the joint mobility. We've already talked about that as well. When you drink that in and take that internally, guards against osteoarthritis. Okay, so not only osteoporosis, but also osteoarthritis. Metabolic energy, it's really going to help your metabolism, help that thyroid. Your thyroid regulates your metabolism and your sleep. So it's going to help you sleep better. It's going to help you be more able and mobile during the day, give you that mobility, that energy, that little boost and kick. It's amazing. And it's going to allow your body to do it naturally, not forcing it with like a caffeine kick, you guys, forcing it with like a naturally receptive system that's working and functioning properly. Okay? And the next thing it does is also supports a healthy pregnancy. So if you're a woman who's pregnant, and they always tout taking like those pregnancy pills. I'm not a fan, you guys. I am not a fan. I'm a fan of drinking copper water during pregnancy, being as natural as possible. Your body definitely needs copper. I don't know if it needs everything else that they say it does at those points, and we can talk about it on a different soapbox. Okay. Let's see. So it supports pregnancy, we talked about. So it reduces infectious disease risks, you guys. infectious diseases, like it reduces your risk, okay? It's insane. It's because it boosts your immune system so much. It gives your immune system so much support that it's going to reduce that risk and lower your level. It literally can remove the diseases. Just like I was talking about in the water for our cattle and for other animals, when you put the copper in there, I've heard about it with clients with snakes and lizards. They'll put the copper in there like a copper sheeting, and I have tons of it on my TikTok shop. Any copper beads, like lay copper beads in the bottom. I have one of those on my TikTok shop that they use for their snake, and it cleans out everything. Takes away all of the just growth, the microbes that are disgusting. Takes it all away. It's amazing stuff, and it's natural. It's meant to do that. We're not forcing it to do that. It naturally does that, you guys. It's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. It also enhances vision. So I had somebody come on the other day and say they're having really bad vision stuff, and I was like, yeah, well, check out the copper water. It enhances your vision, you guys. Why? Because your bodies have receptors for copper. Right? Your bodies have receptors for copper. Your body needs copper. So of course there's going to be a lot of different roles and functions in your body that are going to be enhanced by copper. All right? And you can get it very easily. You buy one mug or vessel, and then you just fill it with water every day and drink it. And these benefits just come for you. So it's amazing, you guys. It's just amazing. Okay, so I'm literally going to drink really quickly. How long do I let it sit in my vessel? I let it sit in my vessel for as long as I'm thirsty to have it. You know what I mean? Like, I fill it up in the morning. So I always have, at our house, we're going to have a pitcher filled, usually. One of these filled, because I take it with me. My kiddos will have their glasses filled up. And when their glasses get empty, I fill it again. It's not like I force them to drink a certain amount of it. We just sip it throughout the day. And when you feel like drinking something, come over and grab some copper water and just sip it throughout the day. So just a natural way to incorporate it into your lifestyle. That's why copper water is so great. It's just a natural incorporation that plays a huge magnetic impact in your life, you guys. It makes such a difference in so many areas. So many areas. It's insane. Okay. Should I grab some comments? Let's see some comments. Hi, Kim. Brain health, yes. Clear skin, like dark spots, fantastic for that. Yes, that's right. Proud mama of her cubs. Good job. It definitely does. Brain health, yes, definitely enhances the brain functioning. Does copper interfere with hormone imbalances? Oh my gosh, copper will help with your hormone imbalances. Copper regulates the thyroid, so it really helps stabilize the thyroid and the hormone system, your mood. You're going to look at a lot of stability and a lot of stable, just takes away mood swings and things like that. More of that zen, calming. Again, your body, when it gets it, it's just like thank goodness. Thank goodness. So yeah, it's definitely going to help out with that. Oh yeah, it's copper water. And what's good for weight loss? Copper water. Yeah, fantastic for weight loss, copper water. Really, really good for it, you guys. And it's another one that it'll help you keep from getting the cravings if you'll just drink the water. It has like just tastes extra fresh. I don't know. It just tastes fresher. You like crave more of it. You know, so you're talking about cravings, how to reduce cravings for like bad food. Well, you start to crave more of this. You just go over there and you think in your mind, I want another drink of that copper water. Like you crave it. As you start drinking it, you want more of it. Your body's like, oh yeah. So it's cravings in that way. So that's helpful. Okay, I think I got it. Let's see. Yep, clear skin, dark spots. It's Kim. Hi, Kim. Thank you. For weight loss and energy, what's good for that? Yep, that's copper water, guys. Weight loss, energy, copper water is fantastic for all those things. Weight loss, energy, vitality, heart health, immune system. Everyday immunity, copper water, you guys. Everyday immunity, copper water. Looks like a Moscow Mule cup. Yeah, John, we were talking about that at the beginning. It definitely does. So watch out. If you've got a Moscow Mule cup at the house, you just want to make sure it doesn't have the silver lining inside. Okay, it should be pure copper. See that? It's oxidizing all that. Yeah, pure copper. Pure copper. That's what you want. So you can use that Moscow Mule mug that you have at your house as long as it's pure copper inside. It's going to give you a boost. So have fun drinking your Moscow Mule and also getting the alkalinity of copper and all the other health benefits. So you're literally drinking like an immune system boost lovely mixture in that, not just your Moscow Mule, much more immune system and a lot of more bodily benefits, you guys. You're just getting so much with copper water. And wearing it, right? Like, don't neglect the cool jewelry on there, you guys. Do not neglect the cool jewelry. There's so much. Just by wearing it alone. In fact, let's go there. Let me finish this out really quick. Turns the clock back on aging. Really helps reduce your body. Your skin is fresher. Everything is just better. You feel good. You look good. Your skin's like smooth. It's great stuff. It's just so great. Alleviating hypothyroidism symptoms. All you people with hypothyroid, copper water. It's a natural calming zen vibe. Copper water for hypothyroidism. Kidney health, it really helps kidney health. I think there was a question on kidneys earlier. It actually particularly targets kidneys, so really good for that. Preserving hair color, this is a weird thing that it does. It keeps you from growing gray. Those of us that have a really good copper intake you won't see that you will go gray. The graying, the normal hair color seems to retain itself much better when your copper receptors are full inside your body. So amazing stuff, anti-gray. And then of course we talked about aids and recoveries from injuries, really good at natural wound healing. So really good stuff. Now, also good for pain relief. I'm going to hit these guys fast because I'm off in 3 minutes. Pain relief. It's anti-inflammatory. We talked about improved joints, better for mineral absorption. It has antimicrobial effects, detoxification, stress and anxiety reduction, improved immune function, enhanced energy. So I feel like I've already talked about all those things. Spiritual emotional harmony. That's where I hit. Reduction of mineral deficiencies, which we talked about. Regulation of heart rate and blood pressure. Improvement of cognitive function. Alleviation of chronic fatigue syndrome. I told you there was that energy that you get from it. Skin conditions and wound healing. Balancing the body's pH. That's for, again, the alkalinity that we talked about. Now, all that comes from the bracelet wearing, the jewelry wearing. Just having it touch your body provides those benefits. Now, in textiles themselves, the pillow I showed, right? In blankets. There's some blankets on my TikTok shop. Different textiles and things. Literally antimicrobial action still happens, so it's still touching that. Still promotes skin health and wound healing. This is by just wearing copper, you guys. Having it in your textiles, having it on you, wearing this around you. Still the anti-inflammatory benefits. Still improved circulation. Still enhanced thermal regulation for all of you that go cold too quickly. Still supports an athletic recovery. Still promotes better sleep. Still prevents foot-related conditions. Remember I was talking about the athlete's foot and how you can take it away by wearing those copper socks on my TikTok shop. Look at that. Still reduces odor, which I don't even know if I've mentioned that at the beginning, but also reduces odor. So those socks completely reduce odor, you guys. It's insane. And allergy mitigation, you guys. It just helps your body acclimate. It really helps your body reset and acclimate. There's so many benefits of copper water, you guys. Wearing copper, having copper in your environment, being around copper. There are so many benefits. I really hope you take this opportunity, if you've never heard of copper before, to go start looking at it and seeing how you might be able to incorporate it into your life. Maybe you're not a jewelry wearer, right? Maybe you just really don't like copper mugs and you're never going to drink out of a copper mug and you're never going to drink out of this and you're never going to drink out of this and you will never drink out of this. Well, then maybe you go out there and you find yourself a copper blanket or a copper pillow, or you find something that works for you that will make you incorporate copper into your life, you guys, because I'm telling you, it's too easy not to. It is too easy and it's too cheap not to. Imagine the pharmaceuticals that are for sale with all of those things I just mentioned. Imagine the pharmaceuticals they sell. Holy crap, are they making money off you? Okay? Stop buying that crap and maybe try to incorporate some of these natural trace mineral things like copper into your life on a daily basis and see what happens. Just see what happens. What are you out? $10? You're going to be out $10 from one mug if it doesn't work, and it is going to work because it's natural and your body is waiting for it. If you're on this channel, then your body's like, what the heck is this? This is kind of weird. What's this copper thing? Check it out, you guys. There's amazing benefits you can get from everyday things, and it's not weird and kooky, and they don't not talk about it because it's not working. They don't talk about it because it does work. It does work, and it would stop other pharmaceuticals, and they'd be really upset, and they wouldn't make any more money because you could be naturally healthy by doing natural things like drinking copper water. So I'm going to peace out and jump off here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate this one, and I hope you want to incorporate copper into your life. And if you want to hear more about GramFam Farm, you can check out our channel at GramFam Farm, or please feel free to check out our website, gramfamfarm.com. That's GRAHAMFAMFARM.com. We make all natural herbal, handmade herbal remedies, and today's was telling you more about copper, and it's kind of like our day-to-day stuff in our life. So if you want to know more information, we'd love to see you there. And don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. My subscribers, you're going to get a wrap-up video after this where I just give you special information in a 10-minute little monologue, and then we give you all sorts of behind-the-scenes videos and little just perks for my group. We're going to be doing subscriber lives only soon, so don't miss out. I really hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Good luck and good health.